Right, hopefully everything's working. The live stream is on. Looks as though. Welcome guys, Jason Smith here. Welcome to the AskGolfNut channel and welcome to episode 6 of From Stats to Strokes, the series which I've designed to try and enlighten as many golfers as possible into all the intricate nature of how they can actually get better at golf. Not by the normal lessons and equipment reviews and custom fitting and all that lot, just by the boring way of strategy and understanding on the golf course. When you make your decisions, are they percentages? Are they based on just wild things that pop into your head? Is it pattern based or anything else like that? So whole idea of this will be with the whole idea of stats. Strokes gains is a great thing for one, that golfers can understand how they can improve in certain areas of the game and relative to their own handicap and also handicaps better than them. And so you can see if there's quick, easy wins for you. Anyway, so the whole idea of this, to make it a little bit more fun, is not just to do a bit more boring learning and stuff like that, but it is to have a chance of winning a free custom fit set of irons from either Sub 70 or 11 Golf. So I've partnered with them for round 1, season 1 of From Stats to Strokes. So this is hole 6, and the whole idea, no pun intended, is that I pose a question, you give your answers via the comments, and then we do the answers to see who won, who got closest, or how many points people have got, etc. And at the end of it, hole 18, whoever's at the top, 5 points for a, well, not for a win, but you know, 5 points for bang on, 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, that kind of idea. So even if you come up with an answer and it's 4 billion, and obviously the answer's nowhere near 4 billion, you always get 1 point. Whole idea of this, if you make sure you answer on as many as you possibly can, I have this episode, for instance, I'll get into it in a little bit, but effectively someone's gone from 97th all the way up to tied 54th or tied 52nd just because they got involved. So you can go up the leaderboard quite quick in this thing. So anyway, this what the question was. Let's scroll up here so we can actually see what the question was. Let's go get that one there, and then there we go. So the question was this: hypothetical imaginary golf course. You have to think imaginary in your head. 5 handicap golfer on an imaginary golf course, a par 72, but only 6,000 yards. Every par 3 is 150 yards, every par 4 is 350 yards, and every par 5 is 480 yards. What would be their typical average score? And so we've got a lot of answers, ranging from all different types. And without, should we go a little bit more in depth? Well, I'll tell you, we'll just go straight to it, shall we? And we'll go to the reasons and stuff. Now, I've basically just asked for a number. Obviously, this is an average, and when you're doing averages, it's not exactly going to be a full integer number. It's not going to be a full whole number. It will be something, something, point something. I haven't bothered about the point. I've rounded it up, and because the point is 0.9, I've rounded up to the, yeah, so it's basically that full number. I haven't asked people to go into single point whatever of a, it would be daft. So let's get the answer off onto that one and then get rid of that one. And let's go for the answer. And the answer is this. 78 or 77.9, but 78 strokes, 1 over their par as such, 1 over their normal. So a 5 handicap. So the reasons of this, and there were some people that didn't quite get it, other people who got it quite well. So there was, rather than, well, obviously when it comes to the answers to a question, you don't just get single 78 and that was it. Although sometimes it's quite nice to do that. Some people, damn so close, Kieran says. I'll just pop the off of here quickly so you can see. Kieran's in the house, A Special K, he's gone darn so close. Yep, it was. I've got the chat on here as well, so again, I can then reference it if I need to. It doesn't, you're so close. I can't remember, was it, did you get 79? I can't remember if it was 79 or 77, Kieran, I can't remember. Jay Smith, yeah, Jay Smith here. Jay Smith, Jay Smith here. Whatever, doesn't matter. So, to get through people's minds on this one, because there was a lot of different comments which explained the reasoning behind whatever answer they gave. Some got it, some didn't. And it's not a problem, because the whole idea of this to learn. And T Sloan, sorry, that was behind the answer. I'll pull it back up in a second for the chat. But your handicap, the weird thing with the handicap system is not necessarily something that you should shoot every single time. That's not the case anyway, because the handicap system it's led down a certain way where your handicap is something that you should strive to attain, not necessarily that you should always hit. And that's always been the case. So if you look at all the statistics from multiple sources, and this is, and it is quite good across all platforms. If you look at your handicap, and then from a point of what the course handicap is, because again, we have got different sort of slope ratings and stuff like that. So what we used to see as standard scratch score from a competition point of view, and then you have your handicap. And the standard scratch score of that day could be whatever it would be, or that course, because obviously you have the standard scratch and then you have competition standard scratch through conditions and wind and all this lot. But let's just go standard scratch. If you were a 5 handicap and the standard scratch of a golf course was 2 actually over their actual par, then you've got 7 strokes. And that's how it always has worked to a certain extent. However, as your whatever handicap, if you look at it from this and not be too far off wrong, this is a decent rule of thumb. Whatever your handicap is, on that golf course, add 3, that's your average, within reason. And I'm not saying that's exactly right, but it's very, very close. And so, again, if you're on a par 72 golf course, but it's really easy, so it's got a very, very easy slope rating, standard scratch on that is, say, 70, then you should obviously be +5, 75, add 3, 78. That's what you should be averaging. Yes, you are going to shoot better than that, and you're going to shoot worse than that as well. Because human beings, we aren't exactly what you call consistent. And so we do have this nature of being a little bit varied. But that's what you should do. So this 6,000 yard, there he is. This 6,000 yard obviously is not very long. So it would be within reason. Again, this is an imaginary golf course, and you could go down the rabbit hole. Okay, we've got to stipulate what dog legs there are. Is that uphill? Is it windy that day? And how slopey are the... No, the whole idea is just to... Some people got it and some people kind of didn't. So 6,000 yards based on a standard, normal, average, imaginary golf course. And those distances there aren't massively long. And so you look at averages would come down. So 78 actually is not bad whatsoever. 78 is actually pretty good. Just check something on here, because it looks like YouTube is not doing something. I have an error. Let's just double check that we have still got... anyone is on chat. I just want to make sure before this, can you make sure you can hear me okay and everything's okay? Okay, we're back again. Got green. YouTube, thanks for that. Appreciate it, YouTube. Wonders for production. No, man. So yeah, and that's the whole idea of it. So on this one, because it's a bit of an easy golf course, actually they wouldn't, well, you're okay, good, thank you. I just got a big yellow banner across my OBS saying error, but no, that's good. Okay, Kieran buffering a bit. Hopefully it should be okay now. Fingers crossed. Sound was a little scratchy for a sec. All good now. Good. Okay, thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. And I've got the comments, as you can see, behind. There we go. Everyone's saying thank you very much for that one. Appreciate it as always. And I'll make it a little bit bigger so people can see. Now, if you were to take this same golf course, situation, imaginary golf course, and then had the exact same conditions of average and everything, and then up the yardage, of course, then their average will go up massively. And this is the whole idea of when you get used to a certain golf course, whether it's a short golf course or a long golf course, as soon as you get, if you can go to somewhere else, the great thing about, say, Thetford, where I'm a member at and I've played for many, many years, everyone's given me a good dull thumbs up now for sound check, that the good thing about getting used to a long golf course and this is okay from a certain golfer's point of view. If you're a senior or a beginner or a lady, long golf courses are no fun whatsoever. And this is why in the UK at least, they should have far more tees than they do. In America, you have more tees available. Yeah, you've got some monstrous tees if you want to, but you've got plenty of tees. In the UK, we don't really have that many tees. So sometimes it can be a little bit difficult for certain people. But I get used to obviously quite a long golf course. So if I go to a shorter golf course, when I was an amateur and I had a handicap, that used to translate quite well to going over somewhere else because your handicap would then move over. And okay, you put that into a competition and everything else, then yes, that's why you have standard scratch of a golf course and then competition standard scratch for that day, etc. But you kind of get the idea. And so yeah, that's what I was quite surprised that that some of the answers that I got, the interesting ones were the ones that were quite low, as in the answers were quite low. So 78, I was getting answers into say par, say 72, even though there are 5 handicap, and a 5 handicap around 6,000 yards. The whole idea of your 5 handicap is that you don't shoot your 5 handicap all the time. The whole idea your 5 handicap is a goal to attain as such from a handicap system's point of view. I agree, it should be your average score. That's how it should work in my head anyway. If you've got a handicap, that should be your average score. Doesn't actually work that way, unfortunately, never has done. And it's always something, even in old school, you used to shoot like 1 in 5. So 20% of your rounds should be your handicap, the rest of them are the wrong end of it. And so that's why when it comes to handicaps and how they get adjusted, some certain situations are more heavily weighted than others, depending on what your handicap category is, etc., and all that lot. Handicaps are an interesting thing, but it was quite interesting so for people to understand necessarily that you don't, by shooting above your handicap, you are not bad. Even in a 6,000 yard, I'll get back on there so we can see. Even on a 6,000 yard course, which isn't long at all. All those par 3s, these are averages, these are not really tricky 150s, they're not really tricky 350 yard par 4s, they're not really tricky par 5s at 480 yards, they're just standard normal average. And so that is not a lot, really, and you're still, from a 5 handicap, shooting over par. So one, be a bit more kind on yourself when it comes to a handicap. Your handicap is there to attain, like a goal to attain necessarily. It is not one for you to think that you are to be hitting every single time you go out. If you are thinking that way, then you need to rethink it a little bit, because one, golf is not that way inclined, and it will beat you up more than it gives back if you are looking at it just from your handicap's point of view. So if you were to take that, yeah, and that's 6,000 yard, and then you were to take that to 6.3, then that 78, that 1 over, is now not 1 over anymore. The average score is definitely going to go more towards the 79, 80, and now you're 3 over average. Remember, that's the whole idea. If you think about your handicap, you go to a new golf course, whatever standard scratch is as such on that golf course, and then you put your handicap, add 3, that's what you should be thinking in your head anyway, that you should be going for. But there you go. So right, let's just do quickly the leaderboard. If I have done it, let's go quick leaderboard on that one. Let's very, very quickly get to the leaderboard on here. Have I got the leaderboard on here? I have, there we go. Bear with. This is the great production. Here we go. Right. Ready, steady. Now, I will say this when I put this on the screen, and yep, that's scrolling through. There you go. I will say this, Ice Tray 2468, you are one lucky bunny, because I nearly stopped all answers and you just got in there. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Ice Tray 2468, as you will soon see, any time now, as it scrolls through the people, bear with, there we go, Ice Tray 2468, 28 points, position 1. He come through, he or she, I think it's he, come through with an answer to this question literally on the gun going off from the point of view of that's it, the B of the bang. So he was a lucky boy, because if not, he would have had his lead taken away. And this is that's how the important thing is when it comes to this. So we've got people that, here we go, in Tide 52, which one was it? Eka 63, there you go, Eka 63, just scrolling midway through now on 4 points. Tide 52, they'd only literally just jumped in for this round. So they've gone from what would be there, 94, 95, 96, 97th, effectively with 0 points, all the way up to Tide 52. And this is the important thing of this kind of fun way of doing this, is you have to make sure you get involved, every single one. Every single one you make sure you get involved. It will make you go up that leaderboard very, very quickly. And it doesn't take long or much for the likes of Ice Trade 2468 to have a little forgetful session, and then obviously people are coming down the leaderboard and going up the leaderboard quite quickly. Right, so you must make sure that you subscribe, like this video, like also and follow Sub 70 and 11 Golf. That's the only things to do with the Stats and Strokes to be eligible to win these custom fit set of irons from Sub 70 or 11 Golf. You have to obviously like the videos. YouTube likes it, so do I. But you have to be a subscriber. That's fair enough. And then also you need to follow Sub 70 and 11 Golf on their Facebook and Instagram. There you go, I remember. And that is it. And keep on answering, keep on looking at the channel, make sure you get the bell icon on. If you've got the notification bell, you'll be notified every single time that I upload something, whether it be a normal long format video or whether it be a live stream. Now, for guys, I am doing another live stream, a general all-purpose question and answer live stream tonight in about an hour and a half's time, give or take. This is for members only. So again, subscribe and join. If you're a subscriber, then great. But if you want to be a part of the weekly live streams that we do, I think it's next Monday. I think it's next Monday. Is the first Monday of every month I do a live stream for everybody, for open all access for all subscribers. So if you want to wait for that every month, fine, no worries. Every first Monday of the month, 7 o'clock, 7:30, give or take, on UK time, it will be a open all access live stream, so you can get all your questions and thoughts and idea, and I'm here to answer them all. And then if you want to be involved in the kind of behind the scenes stuff that goes on with a little bit of AskGolfNut stuff, and then you can also think about joining as well. And you can go on the bottom underneath my channel, I think it's on next to subscribe, it's join, and you just have a look at what kind of options you would like. So that's it. We're going to hopefully do another from Stats and Strokes question tomorrow. I'm trying at the moment, where has it gone? It's over there, great timing. I'm trying to get the Dynapower forged with Wilson iron done, although gammy hip, I'm getting old. So I'm trying to get that done as well, but I'll try and get a from Stats and Stroke episode 7 question done tomorrow to give you another chance at getting some points in to win that custom fit set of irons from either Sub 70 or 11 Golf. Right, so hope you liked the video. If you did, go on, thumbs up. YouTube likes, so do I, down there, subscribe, go on, make sure to do that, and also follow Sub 70 11 Golf on their Instagram and Facebook. Hope you're all well, guys, and we'll see everybody soon.